My Summer Review Volume 2 of the Summer with You review. Chiharu Saiki and Wataru Toda became friends in high school, bonding over their love of cinema during the idly hot summer spent at the pilgrimage visit. All the specific place where Saiki's favorite film was shot. Saiki told Wataru that he was in love with him, while Wataru, although didn't reject Saiki, but just was not ready to embark on the relationship. Now they're both students at different universities, and Wataru is working part-time at the cinema, while Saiki is earning money as a part-time tutor. They're still friends, and still hanging out together. Saiki hasn't given up on his romantic feelings for Wataru, but Wataru is still not ready to commit and keeps evading his advances. It's summer break, so Saiki suggests they go on another pilgrimage, but this time Wataru should choose the place to visit. Every time he meets up with Saiki, Wataru is reminded that he's taller. Friend draws attention. Whether it be a girl chatting him up on the street corner, a confused tourist asking for directions in English, Saiki obliges faultlessly, or the talent scout giving him her card at the film premiere. And this only increases his uncertainty. He feels that maybe he doesn't deserve Saiki's friendship, and maybe he's holding him back, and this makes him take a step back, using the upcoming exams as an excuse not to meet up for a while. The more I learn about him, the more out of my league he is. No wonder girls love him. As with Volume 1, Kodansha generously added a bonus story, a certain summer night and morning at the end of which give us an intimate glimpse into the slow burn developing relationship between Saiki and Wataru, and even showing some kind of physical contact beyond kissing has been implied in the relationship between two men. The story has always been out about the way they are at ease in each other companies and their feelings they have depended since then. Most of the second volume, the series is still ongoing in Japan. Still, from Wataru's point of view, and he's less confident and more uncertain about his feelings for Saiki. Perhaps he's also a little less emotionally mature. However, the telling moment comes when her friend's a friend. Akiyoshi calls Saiki by his first name and is overwhelmed by a pang of jealousy. If anyone is to call Saiki by his first name, the significant indication Japanese society of a more intimate connection between two people, it should surely be him. When Saiki asks him about this change of heart, he answered, "I don't call you that, so I don't like that someone else does." It's as if the visible barrier wall that Wataru has been using to protect himself suddenly melts away, and if he's angry at himself for revealing his vulnerability, Saiki is genuinely moved by this undeniable evidence of the strength of his feelings. The translation is again by Jocelyn Allen, who makes his dialogue and therefore the story for every natural. There is some helpful translation notes as well. There's momentarily a nuance piece of dialogue toward the end of this volume where the two young men are on the trip to Monkey Island when Wataru slips and falls. Saiki offers him his hand and pulls him back to his feet. And for a single panel, Nagisa Furuya gives us a memory at the time they first met, years ago, and Wataru rescues Saiki who was lost in Higashimura Park. And when Saiki says to Wataru, "I'm going to really try, and make sure I will never let go," and the hand you let me hold, Wataru, which very simply but subtly sums up the relationship. Nagisa Furuya's art is, as in the first point, simple but expressive, and her color work was luminous, leaving on the intense blue of another hot summer spent together by the two students. The subtitle of the French edition for Hana is Blue Summer. Without you have spoiled us with 10 glossy color pages at the end of the volume and one at the beginning of chapter 2, the mangaka, perhaps inspired by the boys' love of cinema, makes very effective use of close-ups, focusing in on fleeting facial expressions that convey so much more than the words being spoken. But she's also good at creating different atmospheres and backgrounds, whether depicting a crowded summer festival or a deserted island clifftop. My Summer of You delivers a second atmospheric volume charting a slowly evolving relationship taking place against another hot Japanese summer. Hope people have too long to wait before the third volume comes along. 9/10.